Families for Justice is pushing for tougher laws against drunk driving in Canada as the number of deaths caused by impaired drivers increases every year. In a meeting with Alberta Justice Minister Jonathan Denis, the group sought support for a petition to have a minimum 5-year mandatory sentence for the crime of impaired driving causing death. Many of the victims' families are frustrated. Convicted drunk drivers only get 2 years or less for the death of their loved ones, while they have to suffer all their lives.
I think that we have a really good chance of getting these laws changed and hammering down on these impaired drivers. It's got to stop, and he's more than willing to help us out and to give us all his support, and it's just awesome. And me being a youth and having gone through my brother's death, I'm going to be doing all that I can. I've gone to many petitions, I've gotten a lot of signatures, and just the help with him will help a lot too.
The petition has gathered more than 60,000 signatures and has been forwarded to the federal government. Minister Jonathan Denis also urged the group to ask support from local officials to help pressure the federal government to make the changes.
First off, we proudly in Alberta have some of the strongest anti-drunk driving laws in Canada. There has been a lot of opposition to these laws, but I believe that the laws are the way to go because drunk driving is 100% preventable. I've met with many of these people here today, and there's very little that I can say. There's nothing that I can say to bring their loved ones back. What I can say is that I think it's time for the federal government to bring in mandatory minimum sentencing for drunk driving involving death or serious bodily harm.
The victims' families are also asking to change the name of the crime to vehicular homicide from impaired driving causing death. Coupled with stiffer jail sentences, they hope this would help deter people from drinking and driving.
None of us are opposed to drinking. You know, what we're not looking for is anything unrealistic. What we're looking for is just people to make a right choice and to plan ahead. Because as much as people don't think it'll happen, it does happen. I'm living proof. My son and his 2 friends were killed by a convicted drunk driver, and you know, every day there's 4 new mothers in my shoes, and it's heartbreaking. Our lives are forever changed, and if we just feel there's not a strong enough deterrent out there right now in Canada, and that's why it continues to happen every day.
Grace Pesa, whose son Francis Pesa was also a victim of drunk driving, says they're pushing for justice to move faster because they suffer more as legal proceedings drag on.
Sa totoo, ginagawa ko to ngayon dahil ang katotohanan hindi na babalik si Francis. Ano man ang gawin o ano man ang maging resulta, hindi na siya babalik. Pero para ito sa mga buhay na nandirito pa, ako, ikaw, mga anak natin, mga kapatid natin, lahat, kahit hindi natin kilala, isa lang, ang ayokong maranasan nila ang nararanasan ko at ng pamilya ko ngayon. I don't want anybody as much, and if that's possible, to experience what we are going through.
Families for Justice hopes stricter sentencing laws will be implemented soon before more victims are claimed by drunk drivers. Cuevano, ABCB News, Cochrane, Alberta.